All right, we saw some explosions there. I'm not sure if the gear we've got here could well survive explosion. Maybe it could. I don't know. Julian Sanders with us again today to talk tech, and today we're talking about protecting, the actual physical contents. We've talked about protecting the hard drives and put it through heat and through freezing conditions, and we've talked about protecting the actual information. But today we're just talking about the actual unit itself, and we're dealing with iPads.
That's right. Yeah, they're just a good one to demo because they've got a pure piece of glass on the front, so they're very fragile. There's a couple of things that a lot of people take for granted with tablets and computers in general. Usually they just throw them in a bag.
Right.
And they're susceptible to denting, scratching. Stuff happens, right?
Yeah, exactly. And we talk about denting and scratching. Before we get to our special demo, let's talk about that pure glass screen, because there are some pretty simple ways, I would think, to just sort of, give it a protection, give it some sort of protection without hindering what that screen does. Right,
yeah. There's a couple of screen protectors that you can use. There's one that we recommend called InvisiShield. It's very popular in the geek community because it can protect your device against pretty much anything. You can take keys to it, even a diamond, and you're just protecting a piece of plastic that's stuck to the front.
All right.
Better than a static screen protector because it has a spray, so it bonds to the device a lot better. The iPad that's standing up there has it on there. You can barely tell it's on.
Well, really, I couldn't. Now, let's talk a little bit about something like the InvisiShield. Is it the kind of thing where it's, so let's say my keys or something do scratch the plastic, can I replace, does it peel off, or is it, once it's there, it's there?
Well, it stays on better because of the spray, but you can definitely peel it off. It also has a lifetime guarantee, so if it does get scratched to the point that you can see the scratch all the time when you're using it, then you can just contact them, they send you a new one.
Okay, and we don't often talk about price point on this show, but in terms of an InvisiShield on your iTablet, what are we going to be looking at?
The front only starts at $30. The full bodies are $40, regular price. So
okay, fair enough then.
Not bad.
All right, now let's talk a little bit about, if you're a bit of a clumsy guy like I am, this looks really space age. This looks like, as someone was saying, a very Transformer. I sort of went back to Space 1999. But it looks very space age, this particular container, I should say, sleeve, I'm not sure what to call it.
Yeah, this is a sleeve. They make a few different varieties of it, different sizes for different tablets and laptops. And it's the G-form shock case, so it's a special material that's used quite heavily in the athletic community for helmets and knee pads.
Sure, okay.
And it hardens when it gets an impact.
Well, yeah, this is the thing, is that as you squeeze it, you can feel there, sort of greater tension, because it's not just foam. It's not just foam. So can we do a little demo on this one?
I have here just a regular iPad with no protection on it. You can see it's working. There's no, get a little glare on the lights. You can see there's no damage on it right now.
All right.
And you can pop her in there.
All right.
And then I brought along my trusty hammer, who's been on the show before.
Yes, exactly.
And so if you just take this, give it a little light tap, that'd be enough to usually break your iPad.
Okay. I would think so.
And if you want to pop
it's in chunks. Okay. And there you have it.
There's no damage at all to it.
And this hasn't had any extra protection on the glass or anything at all?
No, iPad I just took out of the box this morning. So, and you can see that there's nothing inside. We didn't trick you and put two iPads in there.
Exactly. Yeah, this ain't Siegfried and Roy. It's not even Penn and Teller. But again, something like this seems like a very smart idea. And I know you were telling me that some of the demonstrations you've seen with this is someone just actually basically putting it into putting an iPad in there and just flinging it across the room.
Yep, without warning.
Because let's face it, nobody's going to be hammering away on it, but dropping it or having it bounce around in a car, getting knocked off a table, this seems like a really sound investment for anybody who's got, and once you've invested all that money in something like this, why not get something like that, especially if you're doing a lot of commuting things like that.
Yeah, cool. Protects against the real world.
Excellent. All right, well, thanks very much. What's in the tall box?
That's the InvisiShields. There's also these little guys from Logic. So these are the inexpensive ones, about $10.
Okay, fair enough then. So we got some price choices there in that regard. All right, well, Julian, some great ideas on how to take care of your iPad and other things, maybe even a Kindle.
You got it.
All right, I'm so high tech. I said Kindle. Cool. Thanks a lot, Julian.
Thanks, Jeff.
All righty, Kindle. All right.